Okay. Are we a patch early for this one?
We definitely are, because Ezreal in the next patch is pretty hilarious in the amount of impact that he has. But still, my favorite pace game I've ever seen was him on Ezreal back in Challengers, summer 2022. And I gotta say, I really trust Paze to pilot Ezreal well, but I don't know how good you're going to be.
And no harm, no foul. However, Ona being able to trade evenly on that front is certainly good news as Lehens goes in, looks for Carrier as Paze and Gumyushi fighting, and Guma's going to say that that one is absolutely fine. The flash forward, almost, but there it is for Carrier. Oh my goodness, Lehens being able to pick it up with the Ignite, and Carrier flashing away. A 2v2 kill in the first 4 minutes. I was not ready. T1 going to move on over and grab themselves a dragon. Canyon a little bit distracted by a raptor camp. You can see that there is scuttle vision. Not going to work out as Canyon is going to miss the spear because Arctic Assault does get Ona out of the area.
Zeus, he's just living his best life as owner, paying a visit towards the top side.
Yeah, making his way in. Zeus is already ghosted as Keen was trying to get out of there. It doesn't quite work. Walks back, picks up a rock, but he's just dead. That is going to be the Glacial Prison. Owner going to place him right into it, and that is going to even out the kill score on the top side of the map. T1 on the board. Passive as well as a call. Crazy. Anyway, Lehens making his way in towards his bottom side, and there is a ward in this brush as well. There's the flash forward. Stuns go by as Solar Flare will connect. And Zeus absolutely nowhere to go after the flash, and that is a kill going over to Paze this time around. Is this safe enough?
But we're about to find out.
Has his flash up and available. Ona is in the area, but you can see Jonas Strong is messing with us, keeping us in the dark, quite literally, as Lehens pokes his head out. This is what we were trying to hide.
These lanes, most notably mid. Gen.G's going to be set up, so T1, they need to try and get in here, but they're taking a lot of poke.
Yeah, there's the Weaver's Wall as Paze is on the other side of it. Carrier goes in, True Shot Barrage is decent, but Gen.G's health bars are going down so incredibly low already. Both of the tanks have been taken out. And Paze, the only one with a decent health bar. Canyon not going to quite be able to make it out there as Jovi will finish him off, and Paze is flashing over the top of the seismic shove. And now it's Gumyushi and Ona that are on the run. Gen.G walk out victorious.
The game where I got excited about Paze was when he played an Ezreal game. And, you know, his 100% kill participation, so far so good.
And the way that he played that last fight as well, aggressive Ezreal. That is what you want to see.
You have to.
So many times we see Ezreal play, professionally or not, where it is just a little bit too passive. You utilize your Arcane Shift to play defensively. Utilizing it well, I think, is using it to go forward.
You know he's
speaking
giggling.
of going, oh, never mind, going backwards.
Hit the knockoff, hit the CC chain, and then go from there.
Well, Canyon looking for a bit of a pincer play as the Glacial Prison doesn't find the mark. Weaver's Wall comes down as Chovy gonna get pushed back. A flash from Lehens, but he's got nowhere to go. Solar Flare comes in, he stays alive. It's the Primal Surge that keeps him up. Still, he's out of this fight now. Carrier also very low. True Shot Barrage, not really finding the key targets. Neither does the Seismic Shove, and T1, they cut their losses. Still, it's only a 3,000 gold lead for Gen.G at this point in time. That first Drake that T1 picked up, still very, very good because Gen.G have tried to get a monopoly on it afterwards, but now the Destiny comes in. Chovy gonna just flash over the wall, and he is going to be fine. Canyon looks for an opportunity. Solar Flare comes in as Gumyushi has just dove on top of him. Not quite enough damage to take him down, though. True Shot Barrage is going to be great, and Gumyushi will be immediately punished. Shield of Daybreak, Carrier goes down as well, and Gen.G will fight back, and Paze is looking for more. They get the vision onto Zeus there, but he's not going to be discovered. That was a blind one from Canyon. Decent little attempt, but it doesn't quite work out, as Keen will be able to lock down Faker here, who was on the wrong side of that turret.
There have been so many flavors of Ezreal as well. Remember, what was it, Blue Ezreal?
Yep.
That was a fun one. We had Smite Ezreal for...
Double tier Ezreal?
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess was Blue Ezreal.
No, but there were like, I swear there were like 3 flavors of like different eras of Blue Ezreal as well.
He has certainly abused items for a long time, and now it is Zeus' turn. Oh dear, Alcove Gaming not his favorite, as Keen was looking to cut him off in case there was a Destiny to try and get home, but he wasn't going anywhere. But I also imagine that T1 will be on the blue side next time around as well. So not counting them out in the series, but this game is looking rough as Carrier is going to go for a bit of an engage here. Chains of Corruption going to connect as well, but the flash out from Canyon avoids the piercing arrow. We've got a lot of Glacial Prisons, but it's Faker that falls down, and Chovy just stands his ground. Now Zeus On the other side of the fight, he'll find Paze, who instantly cleanses. Now waiting for that arcane shift to get over the wall. Valkyrie is there for Chovy as he closes in, and Canyon, he'll find the spear onto Carrier. Nowhere for him to go, and now they're underneath this inner turret, and I do not think they're safe. Keen able to tank forward, Gumayusi to be taken down. The executions, one after the other. And Gen.G, I mean, it's only Ona left standing. They'll take this inner turret and maybe more. And he's looking really, really good on it this time around as well. Spear, not going to quite find the mark there, but there is poke coming from absolutely everywhere. Zayas, oh my goodness! Canyon and Chovy doing a whole lot of work. Doesn't find that rocket, but it doesn't matter. They'll find the inhibitor and the one in the mid lane as well as Gen.G. Utilizing this Baron relatively effectively, moving up to a 3k Baron power play.
It's a pretty good one, Atlas.
They're not going to spend that money, I don't think, because I think maybe this could be the last ditch as, okay, Ona goes in, looks for that fight, but Carrier, he's going to be the one to suffer for it. In goes Lahens as well. True Shot Barrage finding some targets. Gumayusi going to be his first one. And now Chovy just wants over the wall. He'll flash it in the end as Faker on the fountain, not going to be able to get anything done. And Gen.G, they will be able to claim the first Nexus in this series over T1, and we'll see what they have for us in Game 2.
Denilly was a large part of where the problems arose, but I don't think it's just that. I think Pace coming out with the Ezreal came as a pretty large surprise. I definitely wasn't expecting it, at least not on this patch.
I guess maybe they could just Ezreal.
Could just do it again. Not a whole lot of reason not to. Into Jhin. Jhin obviously also a bit of a lane bully.
Or Ziggs.
I think it should be it wouldn't even, like, you know what, I'm thinking about it. Ziggs wouldn't even be bad, right? Because you can Lance can roam. Atlas.
Okay, we're looking for a dive here. No 2v2 kill, but there's the Zenith played in. Immediate cleanse flash from Gumayusi as they're trying to get that kill first. It is going to be first blood going over to Carrier, but it's a 1-for-1 immediately. Still, I mean, with the fact that Gumayusi goes down, still a benefit for Gen.G, but they traded one back, and that is so important. Oh, wow.
Stop, and Lahens might be waiting in that brush.
Well, in goes Keen, yeah. Flash out immediately from Ona. He is not going to risk that one.
His W, but in the end, it's not enough. As
yeah, Ona is going to get pounced on here. He does stun himself, does Canyon, but now Ona not going to dodge that direction. Still, Canyon's going to be able to grab this Merkwolf and get out of there. And Ona not wanting to give those up, although will be distracted by some shellfish first up. And Canyon not wanting to give that one away. He's going to be able to steal it with a smite. And Ona going to have to get out of there as Rocket Jump comes in. Ultimate misses there from Chovy. He's taking a lot of damage as there it is. The Impale, but the flash out from Faker just too good. As Paze possibly going to get stunned up as Lahens is right under the turret. I don't know about that one, but Gumayusi goes down. And Paze is able to pick up that kill. Can he get the other one onto Carrier as well? And it looks like the answer is going to be no. We're going to see this from Paze's perspective here. Great block from Lahens. And when he went in, I love this from Paze. The young man just says, no, I will not make you look silly by going underneath that turret. We're going to kill it. Is the fact that Paze is ready to go in on one of Lahens' crazy journeys. And it's beautiful to see as Canyon's just going to get engaged on here. Carrier pulls the trigger in a moment and Canyon misses the flash. Gen.G just going to get punished out of nowhere here.
Big win there for T1. This game, even though some parts of it look similar, still feels very different to the previous game.
Resources invested into trying to make it happen. And this time around, T1 have been able to punish Canyon as Carrier in once again. There's the Magnet Storm. They don't quite find Paze, but Lahens standing his ground. And Carrier just going to get punished. Paze finding the last auto. And Ona just not here in time. Paze still fighting more as there's the cleanse to get out of the way of the seismic shove. Oh, speaking of seismic shove, it is Paze that now needs to have the curtains blocked. And Ona down so incredibly low. Canyon going to punish him. Gumayusi just needs one. Give the man one. But he's not going to be spared it as Canyon looks for the spear. Good dodge from Gumayusi, but he wanted kills. Oh my god. Okay, Paze. Leave him alone. In fact, let's watch this. Okay, never mind. We'll watch this one instead as Lahens going to take a little bit of a walk out here as Eclipse did wear off. So therefore was a bit more susceptible as this should be 6 grubs going over to Gen.G this time around. Just going to be fighting Zeus, throwing rocks around, things like that. As once again, Faker going to be engaged on. The Weave as well coming down there from Owner as he makes his way in. Flash out from Chovy, but Faker there to answer. Chovy not dead just yet, but does manage to get the reset. And Faker is out of there once again. Some teleports coming in, as we could see, but Zeus was able to stop Keen from that top side of the map.
You know, it's like you either get the absolute crazy engage or you just don't really have a shot. Still behind in a couple of key matchups. As
FaZe finding a great trade there. True shot barrage. Gumayusi knows exactly what's coming. Gonna move out of the way. He really is.
Oh, it's bot lane Herald instead. T1 does have a response, but I don't know if they have enough members.
Yeah, Flash comes out just to avoid the ultimate from Chovy here. A seismic shove just barely not able to land onto Lehens there. So the turret will go down. As, okay, Gumayusi looking for the angle. Canyon's in trouble, and there it is. It's Carrier that locks it down in the end. Seismic shove opted into by Lehens, and the last bullet will reign true. Gumayusi going to grab that kill. It's his second of the game, 100%. I think this supportal combat not going to be that great for Carrier, as there's the ulti. Fate Seal gets a flash out of Owner as Chovy back out of there again, but Carrier doesn't have that option as FaZe locks it up with a Mystic shot. Gen.G straight out of the gate once again swinging.
Might be able to get even more because the mid lane turret's still standing here for T1. They want to hold on to that.
Yeah, Gen.G need to probably say goodbye to theirs pretty quickly, but they will not push the issue this time around. Hair's breadth still left on that one. 20 seconds on this next dragon is, oh dear, okay. Getting out of there. And then join this potential fight here. You can see both of them going back home now. Teleport coming in immediately. Keen does have his Merc Treads now completed as well. Picks up some rocks from the bottom of the river. See whether he can throw them at T1 effectively. Finds Zeus with one of them. He's been doing that all game. Really got his eye in as, okay, now the Weaver's Wall will be able to guarantee this outer turret. FaZe not too phased by it. Keen also, I mean, walls don't exist for Skarner.
So the big difference between this game and the last one, besides what we already talked about, is that T1 has way more map control. So you saw as well that the amount, in the previous fight, that the amount of poke that Gen.G can reliably land is way lower. There's also no Corki. That obviously changes.
It's a maneuver as Lehens is, okay, well, Carrier is flashing out, but there's the ulti from Chovy. He gets bounced around, but it's just enough damage that's being done. And Owner is just torn away from the map. Teleport coming in, Gen.G committing to this one. Kraken Slayer done for Chovy as he makes his way back into the fight. Keen, incredibly tanky. Curtain Call has been utilized. Lehens not going to be able to tank too many of these. Finally, he does go down, and there is a huge impale from Keen. FaZe now able to free hit once again. He'll pick up a double as the Arcane shifts, flashes, and gets himself forward. It's one last one, thanks to that beautiful red buff that was given to him so kindly by Canyon. He's going to take yet another kill, and now Gen.G are going to press even further forward. Owner, he just got out of the death chamber, and they're looking to put him back. There's the Mystic shot snipe. Beautifully played by FaZe, and can we cancel the buffs of that Baron Pit beautifully? They'll now put it to work, taking down this inner turret towards the top side. Seismic shove avoided here by Lehens as he finds the solar flare, or at least the slow, onto Owner and Faker. Fair bit of damage going down. Shattering Strike coming in. Carrier trying to get them away from this, but this is just not going to stand in front of Gen.G. There is at least a tower falling down on the bottom side. Seismic Shove is going to connect onto Keen, but he just doesn't even notice. He doesn't care. Maybe that he thought it was gap closed that he could utilize as the fate is sealed for Gumayusi. The spear going to execute him. Keen crashes into a Nexus turret. And it should just be the 2-0 right here, right now for Gen.G as they do not stop pushing forward. A 10,000 gold lead, and our MSI champions are looking to continue that streak into the LCK with a 2-0 start to the season. If this will ever die.
No MSI hangover for this team. Lehens is cackling.
He had a brilliant series. This guy right here, though. And Faker did a bit of damage on the T1 side, but FaZe, I mean, he was just off the leash.